Chairman of the Goods and Services Tax Network, Navin Kumar, spoke to India Today ahead of the massive midnight rollout event today. Adding to traders' fears, Navin Kumar admits it will take at least 4 months before GST implementation actually becomes a smooth affair.
With us is the chairman of GSTN, which is the backbone of rolling out this massive tax regime all across the country. So sleepless nights for you?
Not really, because we have been working on it for quite some time. You know, we started out in November 2016, so it's been 18 months. So yes, it's very difficult stuff now because everything is coming to a close. So we are burning the midnight oil, all right, but we're not nervous.
So let's break it down for our viewers as well. We are at a popular eatery in Delhi as well. And let's see if we can order right now. This is pre-GST that we're making an order. So let's have, say, a soya bean roll. Why not? Let's get the bill from you. As we're looking at July 1st, this entire software is going to be changed. You'll also have a bill, which is the GST compliant bill. So let's see how this looks at the moment. This entire slab that goes into the GST, and it's all subsumed under the GST from July 1st onwards. What are the changes that we see in this bill?
No, sir, that will mention, you have now VAT, service tax, all these separately. So there will be CGST, the central GST, the SGST, that will come here. And then here they have mentioned the service tax number, so they will mention their GSTN.
All right, let's see if they are GST compliant. Are you GST compliant at the moment? July 1st, are you ready to?
Yeah, ma'am, we are ready.
So what will happen? The software will change?
Software will be changes, ma'am.
So from here, a software change is done from the retailer's end, and then it connects all the way to GST.
Yes, they will connect through their own system, not necessarily this system, to upload data regarding their business. They can come, you know, the businesses have to file their returns on our portal, and they will connect through internet. So they will have to have some computer through which they will connect.
So what happens in the areas where there's no internet connectivity? Still, many of them are making kacha bill at the moment. What happens then?
See, this issue of connectivity, I think this has been overblown. The problem is not that big. Because we have seen, you see, all over the country, whether it is VAT or service tax or central excise, they are all, computerized, and all filings take place electronically. So that has been happening all the while. You know, so for the past decade, it has gone on like this, and it's not going to be any different. And we have seen that during the enrollment also, where these 66 lakh people have come, and we have analyzed the data. We found many of them are from very small places, very remote places. So actually the thing is, it doesn't take much time to upload your data or work on the system. So if you have connectivity for a short while, half an hour, 1 hour, that's enough. So I don't think this is an issue at all.
July 1st से आप GST के लिए तैयार हैं?
मैम अभी मैं यहाँ पे नया हूँ, मैं मैनेजर से
So this is what we see, sir. There are a lot of people who are not aware, even if, say, he's the person who is in charge of this particular stall. Where is the awareness going to be done for people like him, who are the customer goes to him? They are the first base for the customer interface.
I know, it's very important, and in fact, a lot of awareness campaign is already on. Government of India has started a very widespread campaign all over the country, which is on, and a lot of work has already happened. A lot of interaction has already happened with actual taxpayers.
As we go ahead from July 1st, you're saying that there could be teething trouble. So are we looking at a month, 2 months off period before we see that there could be a smoother rollout?
You see, what happens when you start a new system? In the initial months, you get problems, issues, and for that, you have to have help. And we have also established a help desk. In fact, a new help desk, 400-seater help desk has been set up, which will start working from 25th. So if any taxpayer has any problem while working on the portal, they should call up this number, which is 0120 488 999. So they will get all the help. So the system takes time to stabilize. So I think it will take 3-4 months to stabilize. And I think after that, things should smoothen out.
All right. Thank you so much, sir, for speaking to India Today. Mr. Navin Kumar, who's really a busy man. He's taken out time for us to understand, to help us understand how the GST will finally be rolled out. I hope it answers some of your questions. Thank you for watching.
Well, ahead of GST coming into effect starting tomorrow, let's now look inside a grocery store and check out how the new GST will impact your daily shopping budget. Here's the lowdown. Remember, this is something that affects everyone's life, yours and mine, and on a daily basis. So you need to pay attention to every single thing that we're laying out for you. We've got the best coverage. Take a look.
The countdown to GST has begun, and so I'm out with my shopping basket here in Indirapuram in this departmental store of AB Marsh, and we're trying to figure out what goes expensive, what goes cheaper in this shopping basket. With me is Priyajit Ghosh, who's partner indirect tax with KPMG India. Priyajit, thanks for taking out time for our little shopping here.
Yeah, even I'm excited about it. Let's see what we have.
Usually I do this shopping alone, but for soaps, if I have to buy a soap, now, after GST, before GST, what is the impact on soaps?
So good news on soap, because soap is getting at 18%. Today you're paying almost 23-24% of tax, so possibly good news on GST.
Let's see if the shampoos get cheaper or more expensive. What happens to the shampoos?
The shampoo is getting marginally expensive, almost about 2 to 3% expensive.
Now, if we talk about oil right now, Priyajit, what happens to oil? 5%?
Yes, 5%. And the government has made a little concession on this. And this is going to be cheaper. And this is something that we'll all consume more than what you've got right now. So this is a good news, and then possibly lighter on your pocket.
Okay, lighter on my pocket, heavier on the basket. No worries there. I'm happy at least something is cheaper for daily use. And rice? What about rice?
Yes, so rice, the branded ones gets expensive a little bit, 5%. We don't have tax today. But it's not going to be expensive by 5% because there'll be some input tax credit. So expect about 2% rise in the price.
2% rise on rice?
Yes, 2% rise.
And atta I can see here, but here is the catch. It's an unbranded atta. And we do know that cereals and wheat has been exempted from GST. So good news here?
Yes, again good news. No impact on the atta. You pay as much as you're paying before GST.
All right, my monthly shopping, it seems, is getting done right away with the show as well. All right, pulses. If you want to have pulses, source of protein, is the government willing to give us some relief on this one?
Yes, so pulses are again exempt because this is an item of mass consumption, and this is where the expensive product are subsidizing the product of the masses. So good news on pulses as well.
Okay, good news on pulses. There we go. But one thing I can't live and start my morning without is tea. Now, where is tea here? Let's see. Tea is somewhere here. Yes. So what happens to tea? If I want to buy tea, what happens?
So we all live on tea, and this is getting at 5%, which is going to be cheaper than what we are paying today. So good news, as you get up, have a cup of tea, and that's good news.
Okay, if you're a coffee person, what happens in the morning? Is it you'll be getting up with paying more for each cup of coffee every morning if I want to have coffee?
Precisely. So this is getting at 28%, and this is a little expensive than all the other products that we've spoken so far.
Okay, I might as well buy coffee right now then. Makes more sense. Okay, and I must admit I'm not much of a cook, very lazy. So if I want to make cup of noodles. Now, cup of noodles, if I want to make, how much do I pay for this pack of noodles?
18% again. Yeah, 18% again, slightly expensive. And the money is going to go into the other product that we're going to kind of look forward
So it doesn't pay to be lazy. That's the takeaway from here. So what happens with cold drink then? Because it's literally under a sin tax category. Not only the GST tax, but there's also a cess that's been put on cold drinks.
Yes, so cold drinks are taxed at different rates by different state governments. All over India, it's going to be expensive.
Expensive. So clearly, not part of my GST diet, these two. I'm not buying them. It's going to take some time before the eventual smoothening, but one nation, one tax, definitely a major tax reform from the Modi government. Priyajit, let's get this cash. And thanks for watching, because this is the GST basket. I hope now you know what's expensive, what's cheaper post-GST.
Welcome back to India. Today's day-long coverage in the run-up to GST, which is going to change everybody's life starting midnight tonight. Well, eating out with family is going to get expensive. Will you have to pay more tax or go on a GST diet? We break it down for you.
Well, we are at a corporate lunch hub here in Delhi. Everyone has taken a break from their busy routine, and here's what we have on the table: an idli. As you can see, a salad. But right next to it is a burger, which he's having. So it's a diet, and you have a fatty food right here and paratha. So we have a mixture. So you're eating an idli out here. Do you know how much you've paid?
Yeah, so it costed me 89 rupees, and the basic cost was 74, and rest was the tax.
So do you know that this particular ambience with an AC will have now a tax of 18%? So essentially
the same.
Essentially the same. Over here, because she's chosen to have burger with this cold drink. So going ahead, this cold drink will charge a sin tax. There's something called a sin tax, which means the government doesn't want you eating junk, darling. They don't want you eating junk. That's why this particular cold drink, the price is set to go up. Would you still be having cold drinks then?
Yes, I think so, yes.
Money, millennials, they have all the money in the world to spend on cold drinks, on food as well. But here you have, interestingly, and I want my camera person to focus here, is a curd on the table. Now, do you know that right now, milk has been exempted from the GST?
Yeah, I'm aware of that. Milk, food grains and a lot of essentials.
Yes, so milk, food grains from which paratha is being made has been exempted. So here's where the point comes in, that if these retailers choose to do so, they can pass the benefit to consumers like us. So you can have this entire thali at a lower price. That's a good news.
Perfect. That's a good news, yeah.
That's a good news. But going ahead, your phone bills are going to get more expensive. So will you make less number of calls? Will you use your data more wisely?
It's a trick question because mostly the plans are like unlimited usage now. So irrespective of how much more or less you use in terms of calling and data, bill is gonna be the same. Yes, bill will rise a little.
But you will have to make those essential calls. Do you believe now the mobile company should get you more discounts and offers so that it is more viable going ahead to use these mobile phones?
They should do it on the wish list, but considering what they're going through right now, prices are rock bottom. I don't think they can cut anymore.
All right, we have another plate on the table. I will go and join them. But thanks for joining us. And this is the GST Decoded right here. Get ready for the biggest tax reform that our country has seen July 1st.